a lot of these people are not genuine. They're putting it on way too thick. They're trying to become a character or an archetype. And it's not translating.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV. Now, let the buzz begin.
I'm Vinny Adams. Welcome back to another episode of MTV's The Challenge Weekly. I told you guys I would be back, and today I got an OG in the building. I have never talked to her before. Miss Tina, how's it going?
Hi, Benny. I'm doing great. I'm fabulous. I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing at home. I'm happy.
I am so excited that I have you on this show. I was talking to Naya. She was my first guest, and she texted me. She was like, "Oh, Tina's interested." I'm like, "What?
Oh my
Tina?
gosh.
The
Yeah.
one and only Tina." So I had to hit you up and talk to you. And how's it going? How's life?
Life is good. No complaints. I mean, things could be so much worse, but I'm not going to complain. Life is good. I'm blessed,
Awesome,
you know.
awesome. So you're back on season 40. You're back on the main show of the challenge. You took a little break. What was it like being back compared to your rookie season of the challenge to now? What was like the big difference?
My confidence. My confidence.
Hmm.
I think this season, CT and Arrow One started calling me the honey badger. I mean, I just went in there. I just wanted to have fun. Let's just play it how it goes. I'm gonna just go and be a good friend, help Rachel get as far as she can, help myself get as far as I can, you know, and
I
have
love
fun in the
that.
process.
I love that. What was it like being back with like Rachel and all the other OGs? And also, what was it like competing with these with a newer generation of challengers?
This crash course of the eras from throughout the challenge has been the best education that I could have received on every single era, what their gameplay is, how they play, who's aligned with who are the power players. This has been an absolute godsend. If I ever do another one, yeah, yeah. I this crash course did me well if I ever come back.
What was like the biggest thing you could say that you've learned from season 40?
Just how locked some of these players have on this game. Jordan is one of them. He has this game and all of these players on lock. Um, they call them the vacation lines. They're obviously a dominant force.
Mhm.
There's a and the group. There's a core group, but they're trying to recruit other people, and that's how they're sweetening the deal.
Did people come to you for advice, like the
Yeah.
newer generation, where they're like, "Hey, how should I play this game? What should I do?"
Yes, but yes, of course they come to me. But what's interesting is that even with Era One, you would think that the more conservative players, which if there are any, would want to like, hey, how did Era One? How did you weather the storm? How did you get from 20 years? How did you get to this point where I'm seeing you 20 years later? They never even thought about the long game. All they cared about
Mhm.
was the short game.
Yeah.
And so they just wanted their names to be known, but they weren't thinking the bigger picture.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, and from watching it, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, these guys have all the experience. Why do they keep on picking on Era One? Because, they've been doing this for so long, and so many of you have, they've
because
either.
you earn your name in the sand. That's what it
Mhm.
is. You earn your name by doing something extraordinary during one of the competitions, something that gave everybody like a WTF or a wow factor. Um,
Right.
so that's what they were hoping. But guess what? If you go into the like elimination, I will be making that wow factor. You need to make it. You need to make that wow factor. You need to make your name known. So just you going in against me is not going to help you. You need to do it more than once. You need to, earn those stripes, baby. You need to earn respect. Respect in this world is earned, not given.
Hey, spoken like a true challenger. I love it.
Baby,
I love it.
blood, sweat, and tears.
And speaking of like earning your stripes and getting that wow factor, you have become a household name. And
Have
not
I?
Tina, come on.
I know
People
in my
love
house I
you.
have. Thank you. Well, I when I go into my little world here, my
Well,
family and friends, I'm not really too popular. My friend, no, I'm joking.
stop it. Stop it. Well, like, because I wanted
It
to
has been
ask
a
you.
wonderful time. It has been a whirlwind. It's been incredible.
Well, yeah,
Um, the reception from the fans of me coming back after what? Oh gosh, 17 years is when I actually last fully competed in a challenge on a
right.
flagship. 17 years, and the reception coming back is more than I could ever hope for.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
mean,
I remember when Mark was sending out tweets about All Stars when All Stars first started coming up, and I was like, Tina better be on that list. I better see Tina on there because it's
I
been
did not
so long.
expect it. I mean, I did not. I seriously, when I stepped away, I stepped away. Like
Mhm.
I, but if it weren't for my friends like Rachel and Veronica and wanting to see them again and wanting to kind of like relive the heydays a little bit, I didn't realize, holy cow, my heydays are today. Like I am getting better as I age, baby. Um, so to relive this and to have these bonds, uh, it's a feeling I can never describe. I don't know. It's an honor. I still can't believe it. I'm still shell shocked by the whole situation, and this the show's still airing, so yeah, it's still hard to wrap your brain around.
What do you
Mm.
think? Because not everyone is put into this position that you were put on. Only a few select people, like you have you, Jordan, Naya, you have a few select people who really like make a name for themselves when it comes to the challenge. What do you think you did to earn that name? And how do future challenge competitors earn that name also?
Um, well, coming from era one, I'm a little different because I just be myself. I just be myself. Okay. So I really can't tell you. All I do know is that in order to survive in the challenge, you are tougher than you think you are.
Mhm.
If you just have that sheer grit and determination and will, I mean, you'll do it. You'll do
Right.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very
And
interesting.
it's not, I feel like a lot of these newer eras are taking the challenge very superficially.
Mm,
Um, and they're not taking it in how it can impact your life and for the better and the lessons that you learn. I think a lot of this is just about exposure, but I've learned how truly resilient I am going through this process.
oh,
And I know that I am freaking I feel like I'm bulletproof because my I have nerves of steel, baby. I mean, I'm jumping off buildings, fighting with people over breakfast. It's just insane. It's insane.
that's so interesting. You were talking about that about how the new challengers are, they don't really take this show as you guys take it, as the OGs take it. And it's interesting because I can't remember who, but someone was saying on another podcast about how different the OGs are compared to the newer generation, where the OGs, like you said, they just come on and they just be themselves.
This is the difference. And I relate it to how diamonds are.
Mhm.
You have natural made diamonds and you have lab creative diamonds. The OGs from Real World Road Rules, we were found in nature. We were found in the rough. We weren't manufactured, grown in a lab or anything like this, or give told what to do. It's just us. It's
Mhm.
just what we bring to the table. There's so I it's hard for but for now, I do believe the challenge, if you want to make your name with the way that the games are, baby, you've got to go in there and freaking move around some sand. You better take some people down, make some moments,
I
make some
love it.
like make it make jaw drops. We want to see that, and not just I is like ugh. Everybody fights these days. It's just so ridiculous, and it's over the top.
Mhm.
It's over the top. It's just making everybody miserable. Everybody fights, but they don't like want to play the game. It's crazy how
Right.
the environment is these days.
I completely agree with you. And you were talking about Road Rules. That was like your first, official show, Road Rules. So when you were on Road Rules, because I know when it comes to reality shows right now, like I was watching Big Brother like probably like 2 years ago, and I was watching the live feeds, and some of the people were saying, "Oh man, I want to go on the challenge so bad."
Yeah.
Was it like that when you were on Road Rules? Because the challenge was pretty popular. Still, it was new, but it was still popular.
Yeah,
Was
it
it
was
like that?
brand new, but yeah, you would definitely wanted to make it onto the challenge if you could. You wanted to
Okay.
because that meant you made a difference on your original show. So it was an honor back then. I
Hmm.
mean, I remember that they said that the odds of being able to be a reality when I made reality TV, the odds of becoming a reality TV person were you were had better odds to get struck by lightning twice
Wow.
than to land on a reality TV show. That's what the odds were back in 2000 and what, 5?
That's crazy.
Now, so
Dang,
this is what I
dang.
mean by the diamonds the lab created because I feel like a lot of these people are not genuine. They're putting it on way too thick. They're trying to become a character or an archetype. And it's not translating. It's
Right.
just it's reality TV. So if you are saying, so people try to say I'm a character when I'm doing the games, I'm like, no, you're just an asshole. Don't try to sell me on this, like you're just an asshole.
It's been what, 2 seasons now, I think, since we've had new players come on the challenge. What are you looking for when it comes to fresh meat?
I you know, I cut through bullshit fast. Um, I just want to see someone who's genuine.
Hmm.
I want to see somebody who has genuine charisma. Very rare. It's very rare to find. Um, and it's very rare to be able to have it in front of a camera as well.
Right.
And to have the courage to do it. So I just want interesting people. I
Yeah.
mean, muscles. I see them all the time on the challenge. They're great people. Everybody got muscles, okay, but not everybody has personality, and not everybody has charisma. And
Very true.
I think that more than anything is a missing ingredient.
Okay. All right. And then, you know who I would have loved to see you team up with on season 40? Amanda. I
Oh
would
my god.
have loved to see that, Tina, because it seemed
Amanda
like you.
was giving me life in that house, baby. She was giving me life. She was bringing me back 20 years ago. I was loving it. And she was calling people out. And I was like, yeah, I mean, and people are like, oh, she's just causing problems. I'm like, no, she's not causing problems because other people are yelling about stupid shit. She's actually talking about game.
Mhm.
Like, she was awesome. I would love to do another one and see what else she brings to the table.
Oh, I would love to see that. I would love to see a Tina Amanda duo team up. That would be amazing. Who are some other from the newer generation, some other challengers that stood out to you that impressed you?
I really like Theo. Theo stood out to me. Um, of course, Jordan, Naya, of course. But I've known Naya so I don't feel as though she's new. She's new.
Were there any challenges that you did get callbacks on that you declined on?
Yes, yes. I can't remember. I mean, they asked me for several to
Okay.
come back. It's just and after a certain point, I was like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine. It's not going to happen. So
Okay.
it was It was agreements. It wasn't until Mark Long reached out and he talked to me and he gave me the idea of the All Stars. And I was like, dude, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this. Like, I'm just not there in my life right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now look at me, freaking how many years later, and I'm still in it, loving
Right.
it.
Beat
I mean,
one
it's
of the biggest challengers.
Emily. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I took out the number one, like, threat, badass, impeccable record.
Hmm.
Impeccable record.
You when I saw you and you were just like it was so wow. I was like, let's
I
go,
was,
Tina.
I know, because I was turned up that day. I was so, and it was nice because afterwards I felt like it was therapy because I took a lot of anger about the Weibo challenge and about us losing. I was able to take it out on that board and just be like karate chop them down. It felt so good. And that's why I everybody was looking at me like, oh my gosh, she done lost her mind because I did aggressively.
Yeah, hey, that's what a true challenger is though, Tina.
I
Like
kind of
you
took
killed
some.
it.
I turned some. Well, yeah, because I didn't expect to like. I saw it. I didn't know what it would look like. I saw how easy I made it look, but it didn't feel that way.
Hmm.
That was
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was hard.
I
I mean,
remember.
I got cut up. I was bleeding.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What are some, speaking of eliminations, what are like your top eliminations that you've seen that are just like
Robin.
jaw-dropping?
Another one that was like a jaw dropper was against Robin in the Inferno too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another jaw dropper. Uh, I mean, honestly, I actually had to box another girl on road. It was Road Rules Extreme.
Hmm.
It was my season versus the next season who came out after us.
Oh.
And so they flew us to Argentina, and I had to pretty much box a girl over the weekend and then go back to work on a Monday and not even talk about it like nothing happened.
What? Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you guys can't like talk. Was that the season where like they were like trying to do something different with road rules and like it was like they were
That's Viewers Revenge. That was
okay,
after
okay,
Extreme.
okay,
Yeah.
got it, got it.
That was above before its time. That was before its time. I would love to see something like Reboot, something like that.
Would you come back for a Road Rules reboot if they like brought it back?
I mean, I came back for 40. If
Yeah.
it's something like that, I can't. It's so in my blood, and it's so like it's something I'm very proud of and proud and honored to be a part of. Yes, absolutely. No, if I'm able to go, yes,
Okay.
I'm going. I'm going.
Nice, nice.
I'm
That's awesome.
going.
And so you tweeted that your mom was very proud of you watching season 40. What were her overall thoughts of the season and seeing you and because I remember you got from watching the show you got emotional about how it was being out there and your mom and so what was that like?
Um, funny because you just have to know my mom. My mom is hilarious. Um, she had, of course, Asian jokes about me going out on math. So I know that I will never ever stop hearing Asian jokes about math and how bad I am. Uh, so I got that, but I mean, my mother really, she just said she's proud of me, like the fact that I had the courage to do it, and the fact, and what I loved the bond was, so I was able to tell her about how Saigon, how Ho Chi Minh City and like Saigon, how all of that, how peaceful and beautiful, and the food and the people, like just what a great time I had. Um, and because my mom still has like, you know, reservations of going back.
Hmm.
So there's some trauma there.
Okay.
So, and I get it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was nice to be able to share those stories and actually have something, a point of reference when she gives me these stories and talks to me about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm able to like So it brought us closer in that aspect that I'm able to like empathize and sympathize with some of the things that she's gone through.
You've done season 40. You came back on the main flagship of the show. Are you gonna come back again? You gave people like a taste of you coming back. Are you gonna like give us more? Because we want more, Tina.
I I got in the best shape of my life for 40. I wanted to make sure that I could keep up, and I sure as hell did that. I kept up. So yeah, the challenge bug has bit me, but we'll see because I will tell you this last one did take its toll on me.
Hmm.
It did. I think it took a toll on a lot of Era One.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got ground down. We were ground down.
Hmm.
So I'm enjoying my time off. I'll put
Okay.
it that
All
way.
right. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, what kind of theme would you want to see for next season?
I've been so what I like to do when I'm trying to take my mind off of when I'm watching the show, and then I in between episodes to get my mind off the show so I don't like overthink it. I watch a Game of Thrones. And so now I have this parallel of Game of Thrones and the challenge. So I'm hoping like season 41 where you each have your own like house, and the new rookies need to choose what house they want to go in, and then you like throw in your best players gladiator type style, to battle each other, who's going to be the top house, who's going to win it at the end. Like I kind of that would be cool.
I would love that. I would love that. Who would be the Cersei of of the challenge?
Cersei Lannister, I would have to assign that to Laurel.
Laurel? Okay.
Yes.
You know
She
what?
has the
I can.
blonde hair,
Yeah, yeah.
tall.
Doesn't take crap from
She's
anyone.
right,
All
right.
right.
She's able to put on that ice princess when she
Mm-hmm.
needs to and make moves.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Overall thoughts of season 40 being back.
Oh, overall thoughts on season 4 is holy shit. I feel this season is absolutely, I think it's when people the more people see it, the more it's gonna get huge. Right now, people I haven't seen it because it's good. It's
Mhm.
good.
Oh, it's so good.
And it's very good. Uh and I think that if you go back and watch it, because I've been watching the other episodes before I watched the new one, just to kind of recap, I'm catching more and more little things in it. So I that's why I'm like, I told my husband, I was like, it's almost like it's like poetic, but maybe because I'm biased, because I mean, this is a very special season. It was in Vietnam,
Right.
season 40. I'm 40, in my 40s.
Well, you said there are like some little things that you're catching when you're rewatching it. Like what are the little things that you're catching?
It was about the boats. It was like the Invitational, how they set up the Invitational. And then they did like a big blowout with the eliminations for the Invitational just to be able to compete. I thought that that was brilliant and that was different. And that's something we haven't seen before.
Right.
And I'm loving that these eliminations, man, these eliminations are different. They're not, and you know what? You're hearing a lot of complaints because they're new ones that we haven't seen before. So people can't practice these. And guess what? That's how we were back in the day. Surprise, surprise. We didn't know what the hell was going to come at us. So now these guys are getting a taste of what we had to deal with.
Yeah, and so they got a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, so I'm very interested in these new innovative games that they're coming up with to try to make it more of an equalizer. And then the fans, we get to say, yeah, we like it. No, we don't like it. Yes, keep that one. Don't keep that one. I love that the fans are wanting good eliminations because that's honestly where I see that's where you make your name.
Hey, I completely agree, Tina.
It's an elimination. It's not from you, dude. There's been so many snakes that have won this thing. But I mean, seriously, if there's so, if you can freaking do awesome and just shake people just by watching you in that elimination,
You
that's
got
awesome.
it. That's how you got to
You
get
got
that call back.
boom, make moves, baby.
Exactly. Well, Tina, I could talk to you all day. Like
I
I
know,
was
right?
not expecting this to be this long, but you just gave me such great answers. I'm like, I have to keep talking to you. Thank you
Yeah, I
so
don't mind.
much.
It's not like I'm not doing anything, baby. I'm
Right,
chilling.
right. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for thinking
Any
of me.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I'm
And
gonna
tell Naya I said hi. I love you. And boo.
well, she'll see it, but
Oh, so wait, oh yeah, let me boo.
any final words, Tina, to your fans, where they can find you on social media?
You guys could find me on it's Tina Barta on X and Tina Barta on Instagram. I pop on and off there, so you'll catch me there, catch some updates. But you might see me in your city. There's challenge manias I'm popping up, so just keep, man. The challenge universe is starting to really take hold. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna
Please do.
there's way more growth. Man, this is gonna get big. Let's make
Yeah,
this big.
yeah. Let's do it. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Tina, it was amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
My,
buddy.
my name is Benny Adams, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You can find me on all social media at Benny J Adams, and I will see you next time with another guest.